Namaste, wonderful souls. Welcome to Sarvagnya Life Conscious Living. This playlist is Conscious Tales, where I'm going to tell you very interesting stories, which is going to help you to evolve, unlock, and unwind yourself from so many of the clutches which we are bound into. So, first of all, as my humble request to all the viewers is to first subscribe to this channel, press the bell icon so that you will receive a notification instantly as I post new stories, new learnings on a regular basis. Point number one. Point number two, I want you to please share this with everyone, your loved ones and also your hated ones. Why again? Because this is going to help you to unlock your own potencies. Because what's happening here is you're giving out this precious knowledge to your loved ones as they will get unlocked. And when they get healed, you get healed. When you get healed, I get healed. And I evolve, you evolve, everyone evolves. Okay. This is how the science works. So, welcome again. I want you to share this with everyone of your loved ones and your hated ones as well. So, today's stories is very simple. And as you see in my background, I have all varieties of food. And you have veg, you have non-veg, everything. We're not talking about veg and non-veg today. We're not talking about food fanaticism. We are talking about something much, much deeper. The topic today is we are what we eat. And most important thing we have to learn is something very, very primary. What is that? Is what today's story is about. Today's story is about a sadhu. This sadhu, and also disclaimer again, and this story has different versions of it. If you read through scriptures, if you listen through different kathas, so the preachers, the people who are talking about goodness in the world talk about this story in different ways, but the essence is one. So let's keep the essence intact. Okay, I'm going to share with you both the versions of the stories. So this is a sadhu who is visiting a town, and as you know, the sadhus don't have something of their own. They always go to the grahastha's house, goes to the householders' houses to have their meal. So one day he visited a very big merchant's house. And there he went and he was invited very nicely and he was given a wonderful meal. And he was having his meal. And then he saw that this merchant was having lots of gold coins, lots of stacks of money stacked up. It was kept much openly. So he was telling, wow, such a big merchant he is, and he was so much having lots of wealth. That's very nice of him. And then what he did was, after as he was eating, his mind slipped through the bundle of gold or the bundle of cash which was there, and he want something made him to take it and put it in his bag. And then he took it, and then he had his meal, he thanked the host, and then he left. And then he went back, and he was not able to sleep that night when he went back to his kutir. And he was feeling very restless, and he was thinking, oh, what is this? Why did I steal from that merchant? I think I have to return it back. It's not a fair thing to do that. And then he's again, another mind was telling to him that, okay, Ray, he has such a big pile of money fallen on there. How is he going to count that one thing is missing? But anyhow, he made up his mind, and the next day morning he went back to that merchant's house, and he said, and when he went and he saw that the merchant was already investigating, oh, who stole the money, and he was already beating up few of his servants, saying that, Array, you might have stolen, you might have stolen. And then the sadhu went there, and he gave back the bundle of cash to the owner there, and he said that, I'm sorry that somehow I stole this money. And then he said, no, you're a sadhu, how can you steal? Maybe one of my servants have stolen, and they're afraid and they have given it to you, and you're returning it to me. It's not fair. No, I'm not going to believe you. Then the sadhu said, no, I'm sorry, it was me. I stole your money, and now I felt very bad about it, and I'm returning back to you. And the merchant said, okay, fine. And then you took it back. And then the sadhu asked one important question. And then he asked, okay, fine. Can you tell me one thing? Okay, fine. What is that? Okay. I had meal in your house yesterday. Yes. And then can you tell me what is the source of the food? How did you get it? He said that I usually get my food from a railway master. He said, railway master? Why railway master? He said that because the railway master, the big containers of food comes there, and this railway master steals a few bags, and he keeps it, and then he sells it to his known people at half price. and I'm a merchant. I want to save, cut corners and save money. So I take from him on a regular basis because I'm going to get it at a half price. And then this is what the sadhu understood. This is what happened to him. Why did his, when he was having his meal, having his food, what made him to take that money and put it inside? Is this mentality which creates. We should know very, very important thing here, that we should never eat stolen food. We should never steal any sorts of food, let it be grains, cooked food, or anything as such. That's point number one. Point number two, very important for us to understand here, is whatever we eat, the person who's cooking's mentality, it also gets imbibed into us. We may eat, as per Ayurveda, again, it's recommended that we should eat food only cooked by 3 people. Who are those 3 people? First one is ourselves, because I love myself. I want to cook the best thing for myself, so I can cook and eat. So that's the first thing. Second thing is for those who love you, like your parents, your spouse, your friends, who loves you there because they love you, because they know they're cooking for you. They know your likes and dislikes, and they make it accordingly. So second thing. Third thing is whatever food that is cooked and offered as naivedyam to the Lord. So these are the 3 types of food we are supposed to eat. Anything else, see, you buy from Zomato, Swiggy, and you have no idea who's cooking. You have no idea whether that person loves you or no. He cooks it because he's getting his salary. He cooks it because he gets his money. And now you may be knowing that why is this society full of only artha, only economic development, economic development, economic development? Because whatever cooked food we are eating right now is only filled with artha. Maximum people do not want to cook themselves and eat. They are lazy about it. Second thing, they don't have their own loved ones because they want to stay alone. They want to stay on their own, or maybe for any reasons. And most of the time, the maximum society is eating outside from the restaurants, in maybe in messes, and where those people, the cook who's cooking there is cooking only for money. If money is not given to the cook, he will not cook the next day. And if his salary is not given, he'll crib and cook. Very important for us right now to understand that food, whatever we eat, has to come from these 3 sources. First thing, if you cook yourself and eat, best. Second thing, a person who loves you should cook for you. Third thing, the food is cooked, offered as naivedyam to the Lord, and you have the prasadam. Then you will have a proper consciousness, because the consciousness matters. We need to evolve in our consciousness, and we are what we eat. Again, when it comes to veg and non-veg, that's a whole different thing. We will talk about it in upcoming stories about that. One primary thing to understand, food is nothing but based on what is our end goal in our life. If my goal of life is to evolve in my life, is to go back to the absolute truth and to understand the absolute truth, my food habits are different. If my goal of life is to enjoy this life, explore this world, and I'm going to explore all different, because the tongue has so many varieties of things to explore. So obviously a person who wants to explore will explore all varieties of things. A person has no choice, so he has no choice. So he will eat whatever is given to him. But the point here we have to understand here is our food should be a conscious food, a living food with prana in it. So we will discuss more in the upcoming stories. So this story is made to understand that whatever food we are eating, it has consciousness of the person who is cooking. So see to that you know the person who's cooking and he is in the same consciousness, so that you get the right consciousness into our own self. Okay, thank you again. Please share this with your friends, with your loved ones, with your hated ones. And most important thingly, do not steal food. Try your best to get your food in a legitimate way. Okay, thank you very much. My prayers, my blessings to all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.